If you think you already know how to fly smart, think again. Airlines have a few tricks up their sleeves. But today, we're flipping the script. In this video, you're going to discover 10 insider air travel hacks that can save you real money, help you skip unnecessary stress, and even make economy class feel like business. And here's the kicker. Some of these tips come straight from flight attendants who aren't even supposed to talk about them. So buckle up, because by the end, you'll never look at air travel the same way again. The cold seat secret. Why window seats freeze you out. Ever wonder why you're shivering by the window while the person in the aisle looks perfectly fine? It's not your imagination. Window seats are genuinely colder. The reason? The aircraft's outer skin sits just inches away, and at cruising altitude, that metal shell faces temperatures around minus 140 degrees Fahrenheit. The insulation between you and that icy air is surprisingly thin, designed more for weight savings than for comfort. Add to that the cool air circulation system running along the cabin walls, and you've basically got a mini freezer right beside your shoulder. Here's the fix. Always bring a light blanket, scarf, or extra layer, even if the destination is warm. If you're sensitive to cold, pick an aisle or middle seat instead. They stay noticeably warmer. Bonus tip, stash a pair of warm socks in your carry-on. Your feet lose heat faster on flights than you think. It's a small detail, but temperature can affect your entire in-flight experience, including how well you sleep and how hydrated you stay. So next time you fly, choose your seat strategically. But if you think the window seat is the worst place to be, just wait till you hear hack number 2, where the real seat selection game begins. The hidden germ zone, the filthiest spot on every plane. Most people assume the dirtiest place on a plane is the bathroom. It's not. It's the tray table, followed closely by the seat back pocket you probably just stuffed your phone or snack into. Here's the shocking part. Lab swabs from multiple airline studies found more bacteria on tray tables than on airplane toilets. Why? Because they're rarely sanitized between flights. Cleaning crews focus on trash, not disinfecting every surface. And those seat back pockets? Flight attendants will tell you. They've seen dirty diapers, used tissues, and leftover food stuffed inside. Some passengers even use them as makeshift trash cans, meaning everything you touch in there could be crawling with bacteria from the last few flights. Here's your simple fix. Always pack disinfectant wipes and wipe down your tray table, seatbelt buckle, and armrests as soon as you sit down. Avoid putting food or snacks directly on the tray. Use a napkin or your packaging as a barrier. And whatever you do, don't store personal items like glasses or earbuds inside the seat pocket. It takes less than 30 seconds to clean your space, but it can save you from a week of post-flight sniffles. But sometimes, it's not the germs you need to watch out for, it's the drinks. The coffee you should never drink. That comforting cup of coffee or tea mid-flight might seem harmless, but here's the truth. Airlines don't want you to know. The water used for hot drinks doesn't come from bottled sources. It usually comes from onboard storage tanks, and those tanks are rarely sanitized. According to multiple airline and EPA reports, these tanks can build up slime, bacteria, and even traces of E. coli if not cleaned regularly. And regularly in airline terms can mean months. Even many flight attendants quietly avoid drinking airplane coffee or tea unless it's brewed from sealed bottled water, which is almost never the case on most short or domestic flights. Some crew even warn new hires. If you wouldn't drink it at home, don't drink it at 30,000 feet. So what should you do instead? Always go for sealed beverages. Bottled water, juice, or canned drinks are your safest options. If you need caffeine, grab a coffee at the airport before boarding. It might cost a few extra dollars, but at least you know what's in it. And if you must have something warm, ask if they use bottled water. Some premium airlines do, but always confirm. It's a small change that can save your stomach and your sanity, especially on long flights. But if you thought that was disturbing, this next one could save you hours of frustration before you even take off. If you hate delays, rough air, or grumpy passengers, there's one simple fix: book the earliest flight of the day. Morning flights aren't just cheaper sometimes, they're statistically the most reliable. Here's why. Planes that overnight at the airport are already on the ground and ready to go, which means no domino effect from earlier delays. As the day goes on, weather patterns build, airports get busier, and every small delay starts to snowball. And turbulence? Early flights tend to have smoother air. The atmosphere is calmer before the sun heats up and stirs things around. If you're a nervous flyer, that alone can make an early departure worth setting your alarm for. Here's another bonus few people realize. Morning flights often have cleaner cabins and fresher crews. The plane has usually just been serviced overnight, and the flight attendants haven't yet spent 10 hours dodging drink requests or dealing with crying toddlers. So while it's tempting to grab that midday or evening flight, the early bird doesn't just catch the worm. It catches a smoother, cleaner, and often more peaceful travel experience. But even if you're flying later in the day, there's one seat that quietly beats them all. And it's not where most people think. Everyone wants the front row. Quick exit, less walking, faster service. But here's the secret. The real power seats are often in the back. Why? Because that's where the flight attendant's galley is, and where they spend most of their time. Passengers in those rear rows often get a little extra attention, especially on long flights. If you're friendly and polite, you might quietly get bonus snacks, an extra drink, or even a spare blanket when supplies allow. It's not an official perk, of course. But think about it. When the crew needs to clear trays, refill carts, or sneak a snack themselves, you're right there. That proximity pays off. And yes, there's a trade-off. You might deplane a few minutes later, but those few rows can turn into your own economy class VIP zone. Pro tip, aim for the first few rows of the rear cabin, not the very back row that doesn't recline. You'll still be close enough to benefit, without being right next to the lavatory traffic. It's like first-class treatment, just 50 rows away. So next time you book, don't just think about legroom, think about location. Because sometimes, sitting farther back brings you a lot closer to comfort. But what about comfort? Let's talk about something that can literally blow up mid-air. And no, it's not your seat. You've probably seen it. Passengers blowing up their travel pillows until they're rock solid, ready for a nap. But here's what most people don't realize. Cabin pressure can turn that pillow into a balloon. At cruising altitude, the air pressure inside the cabin drops, which means the air inside anything inflatable, pillows, cushions, even some neck supports, starts expanding. Fill it completely on the ground, and once you're 35,000 feet up, that extra pressure can make it tight, stiff, and seriously uncomfortable. In some cases, it can even pop a seam or leak mid-air. Here's the smart move. When inflating your travel pillow, leave a little air gap. About 70 to 80% full is perfect. You'll still get the neck support you need, but it'll adjust naturally as the cabin pressure changes. The same rule applies to inflatable footrests or cushions. Partially inflate, then top up slightly once the plane levels off. That small adjustment can make hours of difference in comfort, especially on long-haul flights where neck strain and pressure headaches are common. So before you board, remember, less air equals more comfort. Simple, right? But this next hack can actually get you better meals, and sometimes even free upgrades, without paying a cent more. Most passengers just accept whatever comes with their seat, chicken, pasta, or, the mystery option of the day. But here's a little-known secret. Airlines often serve special meals first, and honestly, they're usually fresher, more flavorful, and better presented than the standard choices. These aren't just for people with dietary restrictions either. Vegetarian, kosher, halal, gluten-free, or low-sodium meals can be requested in advance during online check-in, even if you don't strictly need them. Many frequent flyers swear by this trick. It's like a free upgrade for your taste buds. So, why does this work? Airlines prepare these meals separately and label them carefully to avoid mistakes. Since they're served before the general cabin meal, you often get the freshest, hottest, and most carefully plated option. No special status, no extra charge, just a quick click during online check-in. Here's a pro tip. If you're on a long-haul flight, Request a special meal even if you're not vegetarian or kosher. Many passengers report, it feels like an economy class upgrade without paying a dime. This is one of those hacks that turns a routine in-flight meal into something you actually look forward to. It's simple, it works, and honestly, it's mostly under the radar. But let's step off the plane for a second, because the airport itself hides even juicier secrets that can save you money, stress, and a ton of time. Airports are notorious for one thing, charging outrageous prices for the simplest items, and water is at the top of the list. Step off a long flight, parched, and suddenly a small bottle costs $5 to $10 or even more. Here's the insider move. Bring an empty reusable water bottle through security. Almost every modern airport now has water bottle refill stations near gates, often tucked near restrooms or disguised as decorative fountains. Fill it up, and boom, you've dodged the markup entirely. The benefits go beyond saving money. Most airline cups are tiny, inconvenient, and barely enough to keep you hydrated on a long flight. With your reusable bottle, you control the amount, keep water handy throughout the airport, and even refill mid-flight if your airline allows. Pro tip, some airports have stations with chilled or sparkling water, so it's not just free, it's actually enjoyable to drink. And yeah, carrying a reusable bottle has the added bonus of being eco-friendly, cutting down on disposable plastic waste while keeping you hydrated. It's a tiny change that makes a huge difference, both for your wallet and your in-flight comfort. While everyone else is forking over cash for overpriced water, here's another hack that keeps you connected. How to get free Wi-Fi at airports without paying a dime. The unlimited Wi-Fi reset trick. Airport Wi-Fi is a classic trap. They lure you in with a promise of free internet, and then hit you with a time limit or a paywall. Usually, it's 30 minutes before you have to start coughing up cash for continued access. Here's a simple hack to reset that timer. As soon as your free session ends, switch your device to airplane mode, wait about 10 seconds, and then turn Wi-Fi back on. Most networks treat it like a brand new connection, giving you another 30 minutes of access without paying a dime. Rinse and repeat as needed. Pro tip, if you're a frequent traveler, check online traveler forums or apps before your trip. Experienced flyers sometimes share full access codes or insider tips for getting premium airport Wi-Fi without ever touching your wallet. These codes aren't guaranteed, but they work at multiple major airports and can save you a lot of frustration. Having unlimited internet while waiting for a flight means you can catch up on emails, stream shows, or keep the kids entertained without constantly hunting for an outlet. Speaking of which, always carry a fully charged power bank, because even with Wi-Fi, a dead device is useless. And if you're stuck overnight at the airport, drained, jet-lagged, and desperate for a place to rest, this last hack could literally be your lifesaver, giving you comfort when you need it most. The hidden airport nap zones. Long layovers and overnight waits can turn any airport into a traveler's nightmare. But did you know that many major airports hide secret nap zones or quiet rooms? Airports like Singapore Changi, Hamad International in Doha, and Istanbul Airport offer these little oases of calm, comfy lounge chairs, dim lighting, ambient noise, and even futuristic sleep pods in some locations. These areas are often unadvertised, so most passengers never discover them. But a quick search before your trip, just Google the airport name and sleep spots, can save you hours of exhaustion and stress. Some travelers even report finding empty lounge chairs with charging ports and blankets, turning a dull layover into a mini rest retreat. Here's a bonus few people know. Some airports also have free showers tucked inside certain lounges or transit areas. Whether your flight is delayed or you're on a long-haul connection, these showers let you freshen up, feel human again, and even regain some energy before boarding. Pro tip: politely ask airline staff about access to lounges or transit showers. Many allow entry if your layover is long, even without paying for a premium lounge membership. With just a little planning, you can turn a stressful airport wait into a comfortable, almost luxurious experience, all for free. It's one of those insider tricks that separates seasoned travelers from the rest. And there you have it. 10 genius air travel hacks airlines would rather keep quiet. Use them and you'll save money, skip stress, and upgrade comfort on every flight. So there you have it. From freezing window seats to hidden airport nap zones and showers, these 10 hacks prove one thing. Air travel doesn't have to be uncomfortable, expensive, or stressful. A little insider knowledge can make a huge difference, turning long flights and layovers into something you actually look forward to. Remember, the smartest flyers aren't the wealthiest. They're the ones who know the tricks, plan ahead, and take advantage of every little edge the airlines and airports aren't shouting about. If you picked up even one tip today that will make your next flight easier, do yourself a favor and hit that like button. And don't stop there. Subscribe for more insider travel secrets, expert hacks, and tips that let you fly smarter, cheaper, and more comfortably every single time. Your next journey starts the moment you click play.